of snow. If you're not in England, well, you're happy you're not in England. If you're a rich boy, well, fly around the world and enjoy yourself. Listen, this is the last one I'm gonna lick you with, because this is a serious, serious thing. Remember China? China had a thing about having one child per couple and all the rest of it. Certain places now, they had, certain parents had girls. When they had the girls, they gave the girls away because they wanted the male child, because the male child can work, and shows how wrong you really were. So now you've got villages in China where there is no woman, or you've got very little woman. You might have a village in China with like 600 people and only 20, 30 women. So it's just bare man in the dance. You don't want to be rubbing up in that dance. Oh. So what I'm saying to you now, here's one now. 2 children should be the limit, says MP's Ed. Jonathan Porritt, he looks like one fraud. What on? Why don't you? What on? If you're arguing, this is what the man's argument is. Couples who have more than 2 children were branded irresponsible yesterday by the government's top green advisor. Jonathan Porritt, or whatever he called himself, who chairs the government's Sustainable Development Commission, said that the limit on family size was the best way to save the planet from global warming. The best way is maybe if you take yourself off the planet, mate. Take yourself off the planet. You know what I'm saying? Take yourself off the planet. He's trying to say that all couples now should only have 2 kids. Who's he to tell people when he's already been born? How many did his parents have? Why don't you get rid of himself? That'll put one more space up there. Let's have a look at his greenhouse footprint. I'm sure the poor kids on no council estate ain't got no greenhouse footprint like him. They've been wearing the longest shoes for the longest time. They ain't got no fly-by-hole to Spain, to Gibraltar, to all over the place. They ain't got the lavish car he's got, I bet. Them people on the poorest estate live the smallest carbon fibre. So look upon a rich boy when he's going jet skiing, flying around the world, buying his boats, buying his oily painting, buying his big yards, buying everything. Look at his carbon footprint. How about he's trying to tell people they should have 2 children? Who's he? It's always the ones who have been born. He's saying to help with global warming, we'll just get rid of the planet's people through contraception and abortion. So I was telling you straight, if you took contraception and it hasn't worked and you still got pregnant, go kill your child. You see these people here try to come out and chat their thing. But it's them who have the biggest house, them who have the biggest car, them who go on the biggest holiday with the biggest suit, while the rest of us shop at the local shops, get our food to get by, while he I mean, oysters and all them thing there, which have to be trawled by ship, which have to be brought there, his lobster, which has to be brought there by all. His carbon footprint's bigger than mine, I guarantee this. He ain't taking a walk down to the local supermarket and getting himself to one plastic bag full of food and going out and cooking. When last time you think he get a chicken and share it between the family? Or you taking him out to a restaurant? Fraud. Right, so that's all I've got for Monday anyway. So I'm going to hit you back in a minute with Tuesday. That's Wha-Gwarn.com. It's just me, Brown Eyes Brown. Fly's got other things to be doing right now. He's on some other projects, working on some other things. Hope it goes well for him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just love. Catch you back in a sec. Wha-Gwarn.com. Hi and welcome back. It's Tuesday, so I was going to hit you back with the Daily Star and snow joke. Heavy snowfalls in 45 years, crippled country. 1 in 5 are off work. I was one of them 5, and I'll be telling you straight, it was good, man. You know them ones. I woke up, no word of a lie, because I start work at unbelievable hours. I have to wake up at like, I'm going to tell you anyway, because you're all stalking me outside my yard ready to kill me in them hours. But I had to start at crazy hours anyway, and I went out. You know them ones, you got dressed, you step out of the bed. Your woman's in the bed, and your woman is warm, she's cuddly, she rolls over, she puts her arm in and says, oh, and you got to say, no, I got to go to work. Man got out of work, bedroom was cold, got dressed, everything. Wash face, brush teeth, put on clothes, comb my hair, didn't clock what was going on, didn't look out the window. Come outside. Step out the front door, close the door behind me, walk up to the car. I look around at the whole place now. I tried to drive, I drove 100 metres, the car just started skidding and sliding. You know what, I parked up the car, I went back in my house, went back into my bed and slept. It was beautiful. I know there's some people out there who was distressed, who got standing in the snow and all the rest of it. I'm sorry for you, I'm upset for you, but for us who was in bed, and it was one that morning when you didn't want to go to work, and you look out and there is snow, you had that, you were like, oh, back in bed. So there we are, I'll flash a few pictures as well. So here we are with the snow. I'm not really a snowman myself, but if it gets you a day off work, you know what I'm saying? You can't really argue with that. So here we are, there's some girl here in a bikini, she got time anyway. My European cousin there, I can't be doing no shorts wearing snow. You know what I'm saying? This is celebrities go out in snow. It's mostly just about snow, how cold it was. It was very cold. It was snowing. I just want to touch with this one. St. Valentine's Day. This is a preacher. Sorry if I can't pronounce his name. Anjem Chowdhury has warned Brit lovers that they celebrate Valentine's Day, they will rot in hell. A controversial Muslim cleric rants that exchanging cards, sending roses, or enjoying romantic candlelit dinners are sordid acts influenced by the devil. And Islam's one of Britain's favourite traditions as a fluttering, futile and evil festival, used to justify sinful actions such as free mixing, promiscuity, vain, sexual talk, even fornication. Well, I ain't being funny, but he has got a point. It does. I'm not saying that you shouldn't give a card and all that, but if he's saying that it leads on to other things, it does. It does. On Valentine's Day, I see these things. I don't know nothing about it myself, but I see these things. There's no questions. Okay, and once again we've got the all-out strike. Listen, all out. This is what the man is saying. National strike looms over foreigners. Protests grow. I could be one of the foreigners myself. I don't know if they're protesting against me. Wildcat protests over Britain's foreign labour scandal were last night edged towards a national strike. Millions of workers are plotting mass walkouts to vent their fear at Gordon Brown. Ooh. Well, I was born here in 1971. Oh boy, now. But only for boycotting me, boy. So what they're saying is that a lot of these people are saying that they're being taken over by workers not from this country, and that their jobs are being undercut and they're getting made redundant, and the government's not listening to them again, and These things will happen. I'm not being horrible to anyone, but what can I say? That's capitalism. You get the best price for the best job going, and it's not Russia, is it? It's not communism where everyone gets paid the same wage and does the same thing. This is capitalism. People want the best price for the best things, and sometimes they go like that. And I'm saying, is that all I got in this one? This one's not really all that today, boy. I can't really. Well, is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? That's it. So I'm boss with the Daily Mail. Still in Tuesday. Daily Mail. 1 in 3 Olympic job goes to a foreign worker. Bravo. They're just telling you how it is, but it just sounds kind of cold the way they say it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many English people, British-born people, have gone down to where this Olympic thing jobs are going and actually ask for a job. I don't know, but they're saying 1 in 3. So if it's 3 times as many the foreign man going there than the English, well, that's what happened. Planes grounded, drivers stranded, millions trapped at home. A worse snow for 18 years. I thought the one said 45 years, but this is 18 years. And this one, Britain slithered into a halt. There we go. It's going to last all week. Well, I'm not being funny, but I think snow is pretty. And if it gets me a day off work, as I said before, I ain't going to argue with the snow. More pictures of the snow again. Boy, that's one long toboggan, people, boys. They're on that. For those who ain't actually seen the snow or developing the snow, you know what I'm saying? The snow is cold. It is wet, but you can have some fun. But once the fun is over, you feel cold and you go back to being wet. There you go. So here's a few of the cars trapped. Snowman on a bench. Big Ben. Igloo. Dog covered in snow. Some guy trying to get to where he's going, but half of him is just getting sheltered out in snow. Cars trapped. I'm saying it's dangerous things out there. Be careful if you were driving. But I had 2 stories in here, and they were very interesting as well. Well, more pictures of the snow. But this one here. GP told his depressed patient, "I'm in love with your wife." Mama, should I boss you up? You're telling me I'm depressed. You're giving me A tearful husband yesterday accused his family doctor of ripping out his heart and having an affair with his wife while treating him for depression. The father too became suspicious after the partner of 20 years occupied Dr. Kitchen accompanied him to a medical conference in Paris. So the man's gone to the doctor for depression, telling him how he's depressed. The doctor has took the man's wife to Paris. Easy done. You know what, doc? You got some medication for someone, but I don't know who you're giving the medication to. His wife had become the doctor's receptionist and had begun working more closely with Dr. Kinch after she qualified as a health assistant and helped him with drug trial. So he going there for one thing and she giving him another. There you go. This one here, there's another one underneath it. Driver who sent Texas by wheel, jail with a fatal crash. A waitress who used her mobile at the wheel was jailed yesterday for killing a woman in a car crash. Philippa Curtis, 21, sent text messages and made calls while driving on a dark dual carriageway with her boyfriend to her boyfriend after work. A judge heard she failed to notice a 24-year-old Victoria McBride who was waiting for a RAC car after a tyre burst. Oh shit, that's terrible, man. But you can't be writing no texts as you're doing it. You can't write texts and drive. That's crazy things. It's terrible what's happened, but you know what I'm saying? These things will happen, and the less of them will happen if you take more control of your driving. That's what I'm going to say. Woman, you know what, this is amazing, so I'm going to give you a little lick on this, but we're going to go take this to the future. Woman prison officer quit job to move in with rapist. Easy. A woman prison officer who left her job to set up home with a convicted racist, Alison Uranka, I don't know what her name is, bought a house with Royston Wells after falling in love with him in jail. The 41-year-old divorce fell for Wells while he was in Wha-Gwarn prison in Nottinghamshire, which caters for male sex offenders. The couple bought £132,000 semi-detached property in the hometown of Chesterfield, where they moved to shortly after he was released on probation. I'm not a rapist. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. You can look at the side of, wow, she's supposed to be looking after the man and taking him in the cell and everything. Or you can look at the side of, maybe she cured him. Maybe he won't rape no more. I don't know. I'm not getting involved in that. I'm not getting involved because that's just, whoa, I don't know. If he stopped raping and she's happy with him, there you go. Nothing for me to say. I think that's maybe all I got. I think it was. I just want to give a big up to this little child here. When this girl fell desperately ill, her mother begged for a home visit by her GP. Like a growing number of doctors, he refused with tragic consequences. She'll live with forever. So my girl's lost her leg, but she's a beautiful little child who's all bubbly and full of life. Respects to you, and I hope you do well. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to have a little sunshine out of it. That's all I got, so that's all I got, so that's all I got, so that's all you get. Wha-Gwarn.com. That was Tuesday. Catch you back in a minute with Wednesday paper. Wha-Gwarn.com. We're back again on Wha-Gwarn.com. We're starting off with Wednesday paper. The friend thing is the sun is jade, my cancer has spread. As I said before, I ain't Jen's biggest fan. I am not. But when someone is dying and it is visualised in front of you, I'm a human as everyone else. I'm going to feel it. And my father, as I said before, he died of cancer. And it's just amazing how we ain't even queued this thing, we ain't close. All they ever do is chat there, saying chat, we're getting closer to a cure, we're only a few years away, but still people are still dying. When it comes to any missile you want to develop, you are so far advanced, you are so far in front, it is ridiculous the amount of money you can pour into your own things. When it comes to saving the people, you ain't give a rah. You ain't never give a rah. All you want is tax money from them. Comes to the banks, oh, here's 2 trillion, give you some money. Oh, here's this, here's that. When it comes to a war, here's this, here's that. When it comes to saving actual people, well, we've put enough money into the British government. Oh, shut up. You know what I'm saying? This should be sorted out by now. How many more kids' parents have to go through this? How many more people's children and families have to be stressed out from this ordeal? It's ridiculous. You man just take the mic. You know what? All you government ministers want rough up right now. Rough up. Here she is, Jade. I don't want to die. Stars cry to doctors, news that, disease has spread. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. Devastated Jade Goody sobbed, I don't want to die, as doctors gently told her the news of cancer spread. The Big Brother star had longed for good news after numerous bouts of chemotherapy, which cruelly saw her hair fall out and all